Bonjour mes amis, c'est moi Stephanie and welcome to your Workout Wednesday. I am very happy to be back. A lot has happened. And for the next 3 weeks, because a lot has happened, we're gonna be focusing postnatal exercise. But that means pelvic floor, that means diastasis recti for the abdominals, and it also means thoracic mobility, so we can all, especially around the holidays coming up, use a bit of release and connection in all of those areas. So I would say if you are postnatal, 6 to 10 weeks, yeah, anywhere in between there, and then always feel your body. So diastasis recti, what is it? We're gonna talk a little bit about it today. Our abdominals, if you can imagine the six-pack, in between, right in the center of our abdomen is our linea alba. It's a sheath of tissue, and that when the pregnant belly expands, the space between the actual muscle tissue expands, so that linea alba gets wider. It has to. It's important that it does actually, so the baby can grow, yeah? So then after, when baby comes earthside, that naturally within the first 3 months generally closes. Not closes completely, but it comes back to possibly prenatal or thereabouts. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, and so basically what we need to think about is breath, this intra-abdominal pressure that we create inside our abdomen with the expansion of the inhale, and then the contraction of the exhale. So that's a quick and dirty, what the heck is that? Diastasis recti is when there is a little bit extra space, yeah? That has to happen again with pregnancy. So we're gonna start on our hands and knees and work on that breath. Breath is life, breath is everything. So it's a great place to come back to. So come onto your hands and knees, take a moment to shake what needs to be shaken, get those wrists ready, maybe wiggle around a little bit. I think I'm gonna wiggle a little. My sacrum needs a little something, this wrist needs a little something. And then just find your way to a relatively neutral center spine. Yeah, we don't have to hang out, we're not finding a cat, we're just somewhere in between. And allow your abdomen on the inhale to fill up. And then as we exhale, as best we can, we are literally scooping that navel in and upward. Inhale, expand. Expand, release. Exhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out as best you can. And again, the farther away from accouchement, the birthing, generally the more we'll be able to feel it, yeah? So let's try that again. Let's do a bunch more. Inhale, expand. And exhale. We create that intra-abdominal pressure in both ways. As we inhale and expand, we're creating it. We're also creating lots of space for our organs. And then exhale, we're also creating that tension. Support and scoop. Let's do 2 more there. Inhale. And exhale. One more together, inhale. And exhale. And as you do this, I think I'm doing an okay job of demonstrating. I'm not curling to scoop. Yeah, I'm as best I can keeping the bones of my pelvis soft and not frozen, but still, so that I'm right, allowing the muscles, the tissue to do the work there. And let's just do 2 more breaths, because it's not just, our abdominals don't exist, our core isn't just the deep abdominals here, it's actually from our armpits down. So as we do these last 2, think about squeezing your pelvic floor a little bit, right? Pulling it in and up towards your teeth, pelvic floor toward the teeth, and then also your armpits, your lats, down toward your pelvic floor. Again, just let that kind of sink in for a moment. And here we go, just 2 deep full breaths there. Inhale, expand. Release. And exhale, belly button. Pelvic floor up to the teeth. Armpits down to the pelvic floor. Can you feel how braced and strong that feels? Yeah, I actually lifted out of the floor. That's kind of nice. And one more there. Inhale. And exhale. Belly button, pelvic floor to your teeth. Armpits towards your pelvic floor. Ooh, and then just let it go. Excellent. So that's something you could do and maybe should start doing right after, yeah? After maybe comes earth side. That's something that I did. Breath, especially on hands and knees, is manageable. Okay, so let's do a little bit specifically for abdominals. Some of these dead bug variations might look familiar, some might not. So let's just find our way down to the mat. And it's that same principle, right? So a dead bug is essentially an upside down quatre pattes, hands and knees, yeah? But we're gonna keep our arms grounded and we're gonna work our way up to that. So just maybe palms up, down, pinky fingers, whatever helps you ground into your shoulders and that support there. I'm gonna use palms down. Do a little arch and curl, pelvic tilt. It's okay if your butt gets involved, just move to find the edges. And my feet always get involved, so if yours do too, awesome. And then just let it go. We're essentially in the central neutral place, but just let the muscles go, let that movement go. Hold on to that feeling. So I feel a little bit more weight at my tailbone, at the base of my sacrum. That's where my neutral is. And then from here, we exhale, creating that same pressure, and just float one leg. Put it down, inhale. Expand, exhale, opposite leg. And inhale. Really conscious breath here. Exhale. Keep alternating legs. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe that pelvic floor up to the teeth, armpits down to the pelvic floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really squeeze it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Once more, exhale. Inhale. Let's do an up, up, down, down variation. Inhale. Exhale, up. Again, exhale, up. Ooh, a lot more effort. Inhale. Exhale, down. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, up. Squeeze it out. Inhale. Exhale, down. Down. Start with the opposite leg. Exhale, up. Up. Feel free to palpate. Are things firming? Yeah, mostly. Inhale. Exhale, down. Down. Inhale. Exhale, up. Up. Inhale. Exhale, down. Down. Ooh. That used to take a lot less effort for me, but you know, things changed. So great. So that's kind of those are the dead bugs I'm going to give you that might be kind of familiar. I'm scooching back, hello plant, because I want us to sweep our legs. So make sure you have space and that you can really fold the knee in, but also reach that leg long and pet the floor with that foot. Wake up those nerve endings. Let's just give ourselves a hug. That might feel kind of nice anyway for the single leg stretch on the ground. And then switch. And switch. So we're still doing that pumping in and out, creating that intra-abdominal pressure. But we're also here lengthening into the stretch, lengthening into the scoop. So let's hang on for a moment there. Let's hang on to one knee, reach, and really, I'm not shifting, yeah? I'm just energizing. Ooh, and that gives me this opposite, almost this oblique connection here, yeah? So again, you may or may not feel that at this point, but just keep reaching. Let's do a bunch more. And again, maybe pelvic floor up to teeth. Maybe armpits down to pelvic floor, as well as belly button up and down. Reach through your toenails. And here, let's go ahead and whatever knee we fold in, just roll to that side. So we get a little bit of spiral here. Keep the head released. Give a little squeeze around that hip. And just give that head a massage. Yeah, so no need to pick it up at this point. And about 8 more. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent. Hug both knees in. Take a moment there, maybe just to wiggle right and left across that sacrum. And then roll to your side. Pick yourself up. One more variation here. Similar to what we just did with the legs, but now we're gonna come down to our forearms. It's a nice, as best we can, release of the shoulders and of those middle ribs. I don't know, I'm carrying around a little baby all the time, so my middle back really needs this. And it's also a bit of a traction for the pelvis. So let's take a moment to feel that. Ground your heels and just give yourself a little wiggle. And it's not that we're tucking, right? I'm not squeezing my butt, but when I do that, it does create a little bit of length, almost a little bit of a curl in the lower back. Okay, let that go. Again, sink as best we can. Shoulders can roll forward. It is a-okay. Ribs down as much as we can. Arms kind of nice and wide, at least outside of your shoulders. From here, now we fold in. And there's a little bit extra as we do the exchange. Let's take a same breath. And reach. And reach. And if you're ready for it, I've been doing this for a few weeks, so I think I'm feeling, I can lift off just a smidge. I can feel that core support. You can try it. If it doesn't feel good, back off, come back down. And 8 more of your variations. Let's go ahead and flex that foot for a little extra. Actually, there's a connection between the flexion of the foot and pelvic floor, but a little bit extra reach as well. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let your belly expand and release. 1. Pop yourself up. Kind of any old way. Go ahead and lay down to finish. And I always like to slide my arms there. If there's a different pathway, please use it. Take a moment just to twist and let that go. I'm going to find my way up, but feel free to stay on your back. I hope this is helpful in terms of how the breath can support us as we do abdominal work, specifically lower body getting into the abdominal work, yeah? So we focused on really leg movements to connect into the center. So again, just breathe and hang in there, and thank you so much for joining.